Good evening, everyone. The public has been duly informed of this meeting in accordance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 by posting at least 48 hours in advance a notice on the bulletin boards in Stevenson and Churchill schools, a notice to the township clerk, and a notice to the Herald News and the Progress. Now, please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, for the board president's report, I'm going to yield into our committee report because the only thing I have to report on pertains to buildings and grounds, so I will touch base on it during that. Now I'd like to turn the microphone over to our superintendent, Mr. Gupta, for the superintendent's report.
Thank you. Good evening, guys. Just have two announcements for tonight. First, I want to wish our second grade students good luck, as many of them are currently performing a wide range of acts at the Stevenson Variety Show as we speak. I got to see them today. There's comedians, singers, puppeteers, gymnasts, musicians, dancers, a lot of talented kids. What was most impressive to me, though, is how brave these kids are, especially the ones performing by themselves. They performed, I got to see them in front of all of their friends, which is, they'll tell you, is the most terrifying part, in front of their teachers. And of course, now they're in front of their families. So I can't imagine the courage needed to do that, especially as a second grader. So big kudos to all the performers, and thank you to Mr. Silvestri for organizing the very well-attended event. And lastly, on April 2nd, Fairfield Public Schools wore blue for Autism Awareness Day. Churchill staff and students were able to purchase an autism awareness shirt from Steady Eddie Designs, which is actually a local company owned by a Fairfield alumni, Eddie Val. So thank you for Mr. Santana for helping out a fellow business person, alumni, and organizing that. And April is actually National Autism Awareness Month, so you will see a lot of Fairfield students and staff wearing blue or wearing shirts with the autism puzzle piece. My wife picked out the tie. There you go, in case you're wondering what the puzzle pieces look like. Exhibit A. But I want to take this opportunity to express how proud I am to be a superintendent in a school district that serves the needs of autistic students. Many schools, the vast majority of school districts, do not offer programs for these kids. So I'm very grateful that this board has supported funding of this very important program. The teachers and aides that work with the students in our MD rooms are incredible. I love visiting there. It's my favorite class to observe. Just seeing the genuine love that the teachers and the aides have for their students is awesome to watch. Our Director of Special Services, Megan Cafone, has put together a tremendous program for autistic students. We are blessed to have these amazing kids in our schools, and we absolutely love serving them. So a big thank you to Megan and her staff for everything they do for our autistic students. And that is it for my report.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Moving on to our board committee reports. We'll start off with HSA.
I have one report for the HSA. They are having a casino night with the theme Havana Nights. It'll be Thursday, May 15th at Seasons. Tickets are on sale right now on their website, so if you'd like to join them, please go to hsa.org to buy your tickets. All the money that they donate goes back to the schools, that they raise will go back to the schools directly to the kids. So please see if you can join them on May 15th.
Thank you, Melinda. I'd like to just fill everyone in regards to finance, obviously with Mr. Feedy absent. I would like to say that we'll be discussing the budget at the next meeting. We will go over the budget presentation. As of right now, things look pretty good. We're definitely heading in the right direction. And if you have an opportunity to attend next meeting, I think it would be advantageous. I know our new business administrator has done a great job of preparing something a little more detailed than we've seen in the past here in Fairfield, and I'm sure the community is looking forward to that. Building and grounds, we're going to touch on one or two things that we've discussed in the past before we move on. We'll start with the Stevenson roof. Over the course of the last couple months, Wally, myself, and Joe have been in contact with the roofing company that performed the roof just about 15 years ago. Now, for those of you who have been in attendance and have been following the board meetings, you know it's been a struggle. We've had leak after leak after leak, and it turns out that after 2 or 3 months of going back and forth with the vendor that provided the roof and installed it, we actually had them on site for a visit. Wally and myself walked the roof with Mr. Gupta, their regional manager, our salesman, and one of their techs. And it was determined by Wally that over the last 15 years, we've replaced more than 20% of the work that was done originally. So as we keep basically putting a Band-Aid on our roof, we thought it was necessary to kind of go a little further and dig deep, and there's obviously something wrong. They've established that there's something wrong, and they want to keep repairing it in patches, which we don't think is fair to the district or the children. So right now, we're kind of going back and forth. We have our board attorney involved, and we will definitely keep you posted as to the outcome of that. The other thing I'd like to discuss during Building and Grounds is the recreation grant that we discussed for the last several months. Actually, in November, Wally brought it to our attention that in his old district, he was able to apply for a recreation grant, which allows us to go out and seek money for playgrounds, fields, stuff that really builds the camaraderie with the kids outside of the school. And because of Wally's vision and applying for this grant, we were very fortunate to be awarded $87,000. So kudos to Wally and for everyone that was involved in helping him with that and taking the time to write the grant. I believe the highest you can get is $100,000, Wally, and we received $87,000 that will go to brighten up the back of Stevenson School at some point in the near future. And with that being said, we're obviously going to apply for the grant again next year if it comes out. We actually shared the information about this with the town, and the town applied for the grant as well. And I believe they received
an award as well.
They received an award as well. So it was really a great find by Wally. We appreciate it, and the kids are definitely going to benefit from it. So thank you very much. In regards to board committees, I believe that's it. And we'd like to open up the floor to comments on agenda items only. Anyone? Seeing no one, I'd like to close that portion out and move on to finance.
The following finance motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 5, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll?
Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
and Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following administrative motion is made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, item 1, will be voted on in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll?
Sure. Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
and Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following contract motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 3, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Sure. Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following grant motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 2, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
and Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following buildings and ground motions is made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, item 1, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Sure. Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following personnel motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed upon this agenda, items 1 through 4, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Sure. Ms. Chandoli,
Yes.
Ms. Street,
Yes.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
and Mr. DePascal.
Yes.
The following curriculum program motion is made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, item 1, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll?
Ms. Chandoli?
Yes.
Ms. Street?
Yes.
Ms. Altai?
Yes.
And Mr. DePesco?
Yes.
The following policy motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 7, will be voted upon in one motion. I so move.
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Chandoli?
Yes.
Ms. Street?
Yes.
Ms. Altai?
Yes.
And Mr. DePesco?
Yes. All right. Moving on to public comments, non-agenda items only. Anyone? No one? Okay. So old business, new business. I would like to just acknowledge something that was approved. The board has been working diligently to find ways to bring money in to the school as a revenue source. And recently, we partnered with our recreation department. We sought out their help to create a soccer field behind Stevenson School. So with the help of recreation, they help us line and pin the field and actually get it lined so we are able to rent the field out to a local soccer club, Sticks and Kicks. And we've also rented our baseball field to 2 other organizations for the first time in many, many years, actually generating a positive revenue for the fields that we've been utilizing for years. So with that being said, hopefully this will continue to work. We're still on a trial basis with this, kind of monitoring the use of the fields, if it's causing any damage to the grass or to the fields, and we'll obviously keep a close eye on that. But if everything works well, we're looking forward to, expanding this and actually utilizing the fields over at Churchill as well as Stevenson to generate some positive income. So we're very pleased and proud to be a part of that with my fellow board members. Next meeting, be it resolved that the next meeting will be held in person on April 29th, 2025. Public work session beginning at 6 p.m., followed by executive session with public session resuming at approximately 7:30 at the Fairfield Municipal Building. May I have a motion?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sure. Ms. Chandoli?
Yes.
Ms. Street?
Yes.
Ms. Altai?
Yes.
Mr. DePesco?
Yes. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Quick one.